Hello, this is Max Sinclair. I'm about to give you a massive brain dump on Google Merchant Center. If you're trying to understand this strange mythical beast connected into the Google Ads world and have no clue where to start, then this is the video for you. There's some really annoying, crappy settings hidden deep down inside Google Merchant Center, which really can screw you over. And there's also just lots of optimizations that are possible if you've got Google Merchant Center set up and you know how to actually use it. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go into just a random example of an account, and I'm going to walk through page by page how Google Merchant Center looks to me, the bits that I care about and the bits that I don't. So without further ado, let's dig in. So starting from the top, you might not even have your account set up yet. So of course you need to do that. Maybe you're using Shopify. So Shopify makes lots of this very simple, but ultimately you will need to have a Google Merchant Center account. So it's merchants.google.com instead of, for example, we have ads or analytics and all the others, but this is merchants.google.com. So you're going to have to sign up to this account, get them connected. So that's going to be within your linked accounts into the correct places. If you're working with an agency like us, we'll do all of this for you. So you would basically just go to account access, for example, and be adding the people that you need to add. So you might add us, for example. And then we're gonna go back to overview. So this page, I don't really care much about it. It doesn't give me much that I use. The only nice thing to notice is it gives you, if there's any big issues, which is one of the reasons you're going to use Google Merchant Center. You can see your performance of free listings, but I wouldn't worry too much about that because it's always such tiny numbers because they want to make you pay. But this is one benefit to point out, is setting up Google Merchant Center, even if you don't have any ads running, is worthy to do. Like, it will be making it more likely that you're going to be shown in the shopping section of Google search. If I just quickly do skincare products, if I just do a quick search here, hopefully you can see this, that there's sponsored shopping ads. So this is what Merchant Center is connected into. So Google Merchant Center allows you to change the image shown, the text shown here. You can see this person's got reviews, 14-day return policy, all this good stuff you can edit in Google Merchant Center. So that's why this matters. So now let's go over to the next page, which matters, products. So this shows you a high level diagnostics first. How many products have you got in the system? And do any of them have any issues? Maybe they've expired or pending. Pending is when you first set up your account with Google Merchant Center. It always takes days for Google to approve your products. So they'll be sat in pending. You just basically have to take some time. You can see it literally says here, this takes up to 3 business days for shopping ads and can take up to a few weeks for other programs. And then there might be problems. So disapproved items. This is because you have legitimately got some issue with the product, which means it cannot run. So for example, in this particular account, they have promotional overlays on the image, which is trying to be used within this product. So that product is not even running. This is disapproved because of that. You can see here, automatic items updates are active. This is a warning. So this is not a good thing, but it's not an issue that's stopping products from actually running. But this is a good page to look at. It just gives you a high level of how are your products doing and if there's any major issues. For example, maybe you launched a new website and everything's broken, so you would just see all red suddenly in this section. Or maybe you've just set up your Google Merchant Center account and so you'll see all blue because they're not yet approved yet. And so you want to basically be seeing a big chunk of green here. And then you can go into all products. So this page is helpful to see when you're doing all of the optimizations, what actually comes out the other side. So we'll go into feeds in a second, but this is the reality of what's coming out the other side. So you can see that there's like an entire title for a product here with lots of detail. There's the price and all the rest of it. So this, when we set up what we want the title to be, what Google is actually hearing in the other end is what you will see here. So whatever is here is then going to be what is pulled into Google Ads when you're actually running ads within the Google platform. And so this is a good place to check that what you're doing is actually even working. It also does give you some other information, but none of it I think really matters that much, at least if you're doing Google Ads as your priority. And then we have feeds. So this is one of the most important tabs to go into within the Merchant Center place. So firstly, we have website. So yeah, you can automatically add your products. This doesn't always work perfectly, so I prefer the API system because scraping the website is a bit iffy. This is an account that we actually don't work with anymore, so they have somebody else doing this, and it's debatable that sometimes that can be helpful if their website's broken, etc. Then there's also the API. So this is my preferred way to be connecting products into your Google Ads, into Merchant Center. So Shopify, for example, does all of this for you very easily. So this is your primary feeds. So you can see it says here, uses primary feeds to display your products on Google. These are how you're pulling in your products that Google Merchant Center is going to register. You can have multiple of these. This is the first thing to mention, but for now, most people just have one. And then supplemental feeds. So supplemental feeds is a secondary data source to provide additional attributes to your primary feeds, or to provide additional data that you want to use in feed rules. So the primary use of this is your primary feed is pulling in all of your products. Let's just pick a random example. Let's just go to Boots UK. Let's just pick on a random product of theirs. So Garnier Skin Active Vitamin C Brightening Foam Cleanser. So this product title is perfectly okay, but maybe they want to have some more detail within this product title. They want to have stuff in their Google search. If someone is searching for a brightening foam cleanser, they know that this product also is really a face foam cleanser, but maybe they don't want to put face in this product title but on their website because that's just a bit too long. So that's where you might want to have a supplemental feed to extend and adjust the title of the product, but not be changing it on your website. So you want to keep your website relatively short titles quite often, but in the Google Ads side of things, if we hover over this is a very long title. You can see it's actually longer than you can even see here. This one's actually quite short. They've not really optimized it much. This one is not very well optimized, but you can see this one, number one, doing very well here, and they've also got reviews and lots of other good factors here. So you wouldn't want to have, though, a title. Like if I actually click on this, let's hope this is a good example here. Perfect. So actually on their website, they've got Super Healthy Skin is the brand, and then Foamy Face Wash Jumbo Size. But on here, it says foaming face wash first, super gentle, purifying formula with amino acids and vitamin C. So this is much longer than their website, but that would not look very clean if they were going to be having that all shown in this title. So they've kind of pulled in other stuff from the description and put it into their title for the shopping. So that's how you do that. So you have your main feed, which is from your website most often in one way or another. And then you have a supplemental feed. So for example, Crunchy Shopping Supplementary Feed. What you do is you create a Google Sheet, you hit the plus button and you create a new feed. If we go into this particular feed, you can see that we have the title of the product, which is different to the one which is listed on their website. So it's got other added benefits. It's got factors like cruelty-free and vegan, things like that, all pulled in as well, so that you have a better listed product. And also the way that Google Ads shopping works is it uses this title as essentially one big broad keyword. So if, for example, on your website, let's go back to this example, was a good one. They have Foamy Face Wash Jumbo Size, but they don't have Super Gentle. So maybe people searching for gentle face wash, they're more likely to show up for that particular search. But if they just use the title of from their website, they would not show up for that because they don't have that listed here. So they're able to show up for more searches, which do still work for this product, but they don't want to have that as one of the main things on their website, or they don't want to just stuff their website with loads of keywords. So this is why you're doing all of this great work. So that's why you use supplemental feeds within the Merchant Center. It's very easy, just hit add supplemental feed, and then you can create a spreadsheet within Google Sheets, which it does for you. And then all you're going to do is add the information. So you take the ID of the product and then you add the columns for the things that you want to change. So for example, the title of the product. So these are supplemental feeds and these are primary feeds. Also, if you wanted to, a really nice, more advanced thing that you can do with Merchant Center is create additional versions of your products. So let's say you've only got one product, or you've got one hero product. So let's just say it's this one, this foamy face wash was like their hero product. And so we want to get more sales from this product because we know we absolutely crush with this particular product. So we're going to take this product and we're going to make an additional version of it with another primary feed within Merchant Center, and we're going to name it differently. So one title is, let's just say it's this, super gentle, da 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 da. But then let's just say their other big selling point, maybe it's sensitive skin. So we would create an additional feed within your Merchant Center and say foaming face wash, designed for sensitive skin, whatever. So then this is going to be a different angle on that product. Google will view it as a different product, and it will then show you on different searches because you have a different broad match keyword of the title there. And so you're going to get to show for more searches. You're also going to promote the product differently. You could also try a different image as well, for example, like this is just a plain white background. Maybe you want to try something different. And you can try lots of different things there. Like for example, this one over here has a really nice, interesting style to the design of the image, which maybe shows a bit more kind of like branding to it. So you could try that here. So all of these things you can test if you have an additional primary feed. So this is a great way to get more out of some of your best products. Let's go into some other areas of the Google Merchant Center. To be honest, I don't really care about this section, so it's going to be a relatively short conversation here. So this is performance. It talks about how you're doing in various ways against free listings and ads. How are your products doing? Competitive visibility. Some of this stuff's okay to look at, it's relatively interesting, but I generally find Google Ads more useful here. But yeah, it does give you some interesting insights. Like if you do promotions, for example, it can give you info there. You can do all sorts of reports. The competitive stuff is kind of interesting to look at. It's like, who are you competing against? But you can do this in Google Ads as well. But yeah, you can see Amazon basically always is the answer. Marketing, so again, you can go into other stuff here, but again, do it within your Google Ads if you're going to be doing this. So don't even bother really looking at that page, just look at Google Ads. And yeah, this is really them trying to convince you to buy a bunch of stuff most of the time. There's lots of other things that you can do here, but I'm not going to go into them because they're quite uniquely specific to each different business. The only other thing to mention is there is other third-party tools and software that you can use to optimize your listings. These can be helpful, maybe especially if you're not a professional. Sometimes they can kind of give you a shortcut into how to get better listed. But basically, I do other videos on this anyway about how to optimize your Merchant Center. If you want me to do a very specific video, maybe about how to write titles for your Google Merchant Center products, then just let me know. Leave a comment below and I will try to do that. I do lots of other videos around Google and other platforms like Meta, etc. for e-commerce, so have a dig around those. I'll put some in the description of this video. But yeah, I think these are the main things to cover for Google Merchant Center. So there we have it. That was Google Merchant Center with the view from a professional ads manager. I've been running ads now for about 5-6 years across Google and lots of other platforms. I love working with e-commerce and SaaS. You'll find lots of other videos on my channel, and I'm doing at least one big video every week and lots of shorts. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, please do subscribe. I believe I'm just over the 700 mark with subscribers, which feels great. And otherwise, I hope I get to see you in the next one.